Why, hello there, Henrietta. You will be coming home to see me next Friday, won't you? Hey, Mom. Yeah, I will. My husband will be bringing me over in the car, so I'd be super grateful if you could get someplace ready for me to leave my luggage. Understood. Say no more, sweetie. A space will be cleared. I've already spoken with Katie, and she says she'll have you all the room you need prepared for when you get here, so don't you worry. Thanks. Still, don't you think things would have worked out better for you if you'd have come earlier? I'm pleased you decided on a home birth, but you're pushing it a bit fine. Aren't you 8 months pregnant now? You do work at the same company as your husband, and not only that, he's the CEO. Surely he could have pulled a few strings and seen to it that you got to go on maternity leave a little earlier. That's, actually, it was on my wishes that I carried on working this late. If anything, I'm grateful he let me. Believe me, if Chris had gotten his way, I'd have been at home resting a month ago. Really? Well, if that's what you want, I suppose it's not really my place to argue otherwise. Well, thanks, Mom. I'll see you guys next week. I'll be leaving here to make it there sometime between 1 and 2 p.m. Got it. Katie, have you still not cleaned the front hallway? And what the hell's going on with Henrietta's bedroom? You were supposed to have it fully prepared and spotless yesterday. What are you still doing in there? I know I told you to give your bedroom to your sister. And don't forget to put the baby's bed in there either. She's giving birth in a month. I'm at work right now, Mom. Can't this wait? Why do you even have to rush me like this? My sister won't even be here until next week. I'll get everything done. Just chill out, okay? Do not tell me to chill out, young lady, and I am sick and tired of you working all the time. What do you think you are, a man? You give me all this crap about being a remote worker, but I don't buy it. I bet you're just using it as an excuse to slack off and watch anime or something, aren't you? Even if you really are working, you can't be making much money. Get off your high horse. I make more than enough money, actually. If you want to kick me out, then that's fine. I'll be out in a heartbeat. Don't say such ridiculous things. With you gone, who's supposed to care for your heavily pregnant sister? She'll be giving birth in a month. Don't be so heartless. Anyway, what's gotten into you all of a sudden? Feeling bold, are we? Oh, give me a break. There's no way a good-for-nothing loser like you could possibly be brave or capable enough to leave this house and make it on your own. You're stuck here, and don't you forget it. If there's half a brain hiding up in that head of yours somewhere, I suggest you keep your mouth shut, do what you're told, and look after your sister. Sure, whatever. Hey, Mom. I should be there in 30 minutes or so. Wow, you're a lot earlier than I was expecting. I made it off the highway, and I was expecting to be jammed up in traffic for hours on the way longer than I expected, so I'll be arriving a little earlier than we planned. Well, that's excellent news, dear. Oh, nobody likes being stuck in traffic. The thing is, I'm out for a spot of grocery shopping at the moment. Oh, Katie should be at home, probably holed up in her room like usual. Just get her to help you if you need anything. Huh? Katie? But isn't she usually working at this time? I'd hate to disturb her while she was busy. I'm pretty sure she normally has a bunch of deadlines drawing close around this time of month. Oh, don't be silly, dear. Apparently she's one of these remote workers. Did you know? I keep hearing about them on the news and social media all the time. I guess that kind of thing is in fashion now. If we're honest, there's no way she could be making that much money from her bedroom. Pocket money at best. It pains me to have to say this about my own daughter, but she's no better than a NEET. Feel free to use her to your heart's content when you get there. Lord knows lowly grunt work is all that girl's good for. Hey, Katie, are you there? I just arrived home. Oh, hey, sis. Welcome home. Oh, thanks. Shall I help carry your stuff in from the car? Oh, listen, sis, there's something more important I need to ask you. I just saw you carrying something into the dog kennel in the back garden. But I thought that kennel belonged to our grandpa's old dog, Rusty, who died 30 years ago. I was sure it hadn't been used for anything ever since. Am I missing something? What were you doing in there? Oh, yeah, about that. What were you carrying in the kennel, sis? All of the things from my room. Huh? But why would you do that? Mom told me I have to live in there. Huh? You have to live in there? Sorry, I'm not sure I follow. It's fine. I hope you don't get the wrong idea. Granddad's dog was huge, right? I mean, he was before our time, but I've seen the pictures. It might be a kennel, but it's pretty much as big as kennels get, so it's not like I don't have space to live. Mom probably hasn't noticed, but I did some DIY and made a bunch of stuff for ease of living, and it's actually kind of a comfortable space to be in now. What the hell? You actually live in the dog kennel? But what do you do in there? Mainly just work. I also started sleeping there around a week ago. I sleep in there every night. Excuse me? The only problem I'm facing right now is the issue of what to do in summer when it gets really hot. Obviously, I don't have a cooler. I did find an old fan up in the attic, but it must be decades old because it's covered in rust and dust, and I don't think it works. I was thinking of calling a handyman and having him fit an AC system inside the kennel while Mom's not home. Katie, what the heck? Stop for a second. Could you tell me how you ended up living in the dog kennel, please? Huh? Jesus Christ, this is even more horrible than I imagined. Hey, Henrietta. Oh, I just got home. Sorry I'm so late. I bumped into an old friend in town and we went for a coffee and a catch-up. Before I knew it, it was nighttime. Hi, Mom. Did Katie help you? Yep. I had that worthless good-for-nothing sacrifice her bedroom to act as a baby room when the little one's born. Is that why she lives in the dog kennel now? Yes. I think it's perfect for a no-good waste of space like her, actually. Oh, what should we do about supper? Are you hungry? You haven't been home in ages. How about we celebrate by splashing out on some pizzas? Mom, I'm 8 months pregnant. Huh? So? Well, surely you know it's not advisable for me to be eating big, greasy slices of junk food. It's not that I don't want to, but I'm trying to look out for the baby with my diet. Oh, fair enough. Oh, that makes sense. Katie already made supper, so it's fine. Besides, I already showered. I'm too tired to do anything else tonight, so I'm gonna hit the hay. Good night. Oh, I see. Good night, dear. Katie, it's about what we discussed earlier. Oh? Mom just called you a worthless good-for-nothing. Is this how she normally treats you? Yes. What the hell is wrong with her? I always knew she had a habit of being unreasonably hard on you, but I never knew she had it in her to act like this much of a psycho. No way. Did she get worse when I moved out? Sure, she did, but I don't mind. I'm used to it now, so it's not a big deal. It so is a big deal! You've been getting a ton more graphic design work lately, right? I've seen how much they charge on those freelancing sites. You must be doing pretty well for yourself. Not only that, but didn't you land a project with Globex Corporation recently? I can only imagine how juicy their rates are. Anyway, Mom seems to be under the impression you hardly make any money. She's been treating you like dirt, hasn't she? This is unacceptable, Katie, and you don't have to live like this. Besides, there are people in this town who know about your job, right? You know how people talk and stuff. All it takes is for one of the neighbors to say the wrong thing, and Mom will find out you make far more money than she thought you did. If she finds out how much you earn, she'll get 1,000,000 times worse. She'll exploit you for every cent you have, I'm sure of it. I don't want to be exploited. Well, in that case, surely you understand this isn't the time to be laying around doing nothing. Yeah, a chill just went down my spine when I read your messages. I need to do some serious thinking about my future. It's probably best you reach a decision by the time I've had the baby. She'll probably be on her best behavior while I'm here, but I don't even want to think about how she'll get when I leave. I'll help you with whatever you need, sis, I promise. Okay. Thanks a lot, Henrietta. This really means a lot. Hey, sis, congrats on the birth! Hey, Katie, thanks. I get that you're probably still super tired, so I'll keep this short and sweet, but I've made my decision. I'm leaving home with you when you leave. All right, understood. Great. In that case, you can block Mom now. Leave the rest to me. Okay, sis, you got this. Just make sure you don't overdo it, okay? Thanks for always looking out for me. Hi, Mom. Apparently, Henrietta's getting discharged from hospital next Wednesday. That's what the doctors just told me while I was visiting her, so I figured I should let you know. I see. Okay. One more thing. Apparently her husband's parents will be visiting her the day before, on Tuesday. Which means the hospital ward she's staying in is going to be unusually busy with people coming and going. I hope you don't think we're being rude, but it'd probably be better if you didn't come out of consideration for the other patients. I see. I guess it can't be helped. All right, fine. I'll keep my distance on Tuesday. More importantly, where are you right now? Get your ass to the kitchen and start cooking my supper, you slacker. If there is even a single speck of dust in Henrietta's or the baby's room, I'll have your head on a plate. I mean it, young lady. Fine. Katie? What the hell is going on here? Explain yourself. Where are Henrietta and the baby? I just went to the hospital to pick her up for her discharge, but the nurses told me she was discharged yesterday. You told me she was getting discharged today, on Wednesday. What the hell do you think you're playing at? Answer me now. Katie! Yep. Are you whining about my sister's discharge day from the hospital? You're right. It was yesterday. What? Henrietta was planning to stay at home with you for another 2 months, right? Apparently, she suddenly changed her mind and decided to go home. What the heck are you talking about? None of what you're saying makes any sense at all. I haven't even seen my granddaughter yet. Why would she leave the hospital without letting me see her? Oh, the birth might have been tough, but this is where the real fight begins. Why would she turn down my help with bringing up her newborn baby? Does she know how difficult it is to care for a little human? The fight, huh? You know, that could take on a double meaning given that you were planning to try and make Henrietta and her husband get a divorce. Huh? Wait, how do you? Thanks to your irresponsible spending, Dad's inheritance money is set to run out soon, right? But according to you, I'm just a good-for-nothing worthless neat who makes nothing more than pocket money at best. Since you already burned your bridges with me by being so hateful and abusive, the only person you have left in the world to rely on is Henrietta with her job at the major global company, right? Burned my bridges? What are you talking about, dear? My sister only needed the cot while she was here until the time she went back home after the birth. So you could have just had me put the baby's bed in her room with her, couldn't you? But instead, you went out of your way to have me move all of my things out of my room and forced me to live outside in the dog kennel to make a separate room for the baby. I guess my sister must have figured out what was going on when she found out I was living in the garden. She asked me to tell her everything, why I ended up living in the dog kennel, what else you'd been doing to me all this time since she moved out. I told her what you said to me. You know, that apparently she was thinking about divorcing her husband, Chris. You told me that the whole home birth thing was just a cover, that she could have a regular hospital birth with Chris there, but she was using it as an excuse to get away from him and had no intention of going home. I told her about all the lies you'd been filling my head with. Of course, I know they're lies now, but I didn't at the time. Oh my God, are you being for real right now? The whole thing with you wanting Henrietta and the baby to have separate rooms was just a ploy to lay the groundwork for her moving back in with you permanently, wasn't it? Obviously, she couldn't have her own room if I had mine, so you forced me to live in the dog kennel. Henrietta was livid when I told her. I swear I've never seen her that angry, not even close. It turns out her husband Chris is actually super nice. He was there while I told her everything, and he tried his best to calm her down while being really sympathetic towards me for everything you'd put me through. I don't know how I didn't realize it until now. Was it Stockholm Syndrome? Did I try and rationalize your abuse because I felt I had no way out? Jeez, I seriously don't know. But I know now. I'm done letting you treat me like crap, Mom. My eyes have been opened and I am never going back to that. I've been doing some thinking and I came to a decision. You should know I just got done escaping from you. Huh? Katie, are you there? Where are all your things? All your belongings have disappeared. Of course they have. I have no intention of ever coming back, so why would I leave my things behind? But you have a responsibility to care and provide for me. Huh? And what makes you think that? You need to take responsibility for tattling about me to your sister, you goddamn irresponsible moron! Do you have any idea how much you've screwed things up for me? I don't care if I have to work you to the bone. I'm going to find you a job where you can make some real money, and you are going to work. I expect every cent of the money I spent on your education back, because it clearly didn't get you anywhere. Sorry, Mom, but I really don't think I owe you anything. Huh? I'm pretty sure Grandpa paid to put me through school. And it was my big sis who paid my college tuition fees, which means I owe you a grand total of $0. Sorry, Mom, but your absurd demands aren't going to work with me. I suggest you find some other way to come up with the money you need to get by. I already gave you 90% of my wages every time I got paid at the part-time supermarket job I had in college. Ever since Henrietta got married and moved out around the time I graduated college and started working, I've been paying every cent of the rent and utilities on your house, haven't I? Huh? The utilities? The rent? And you know that's not all, because I paid for all of the groceries whenever I did the shopping, which I did a lot. What? Basically, I've been pretty much paying for you to exist ever since my sister moved out. What? No way. Oh, this can't be. Have you lost all conception of the fact it costs money to live? I totally forgot. Yep, that's what I thought. Anyway, the bottom line here is that I don't owe you a single cent, and I've more than paid you back for anything you've ever done for me, or rather, been forced to against my will, you frickin' salary thief. Hey, don't call me that. But wait, how could you ever afford to pay all of that stuff? I thought you were a NEET. It clearly didn't go in when I told you the last million times, so here's 1,000,001. I have a proper job and I earn a proper salary. If it still hasn't made it through that thick skull of yours by now, you have no one to blame but yourself. I don't care what happens to you, and you're not my problem anymore. Oh my God, Katie, no! How could you be so horrible? I'll believe you from now on, I swear. Oh, please don't do this. You must be one of the only people on Earth capable of being condescending while begging for mercy. You're unreal, Mom. Huh? I don't need your huh. I don't need anything from you. I'm not coming home, and that's final. My sister and I are both done with your crap, and we never want to see you again. What? Oh, Henrietta too? Oh my God, you can't be serious. Why would your sister do this to me? What did you think she was going to do when she found out you were plotting to get her divorced to her husband? Anyone in their right mind would tell you where to stick it after that, and that's exactly what she's doing. Fine, tell her I'm willing to forget the question of her divorcing Chris if she gives me another chance. Can you do that? There goes the condescension again. You can't help yourself, can you? Huh? This is a waste of time. Bye. Katie! My big sister was always our mom's favorite. There was Henrietta, always getting the best grades in her class, winning at every sports day, getting into the best college in the state, loved, cherished, and adored. And then there was me, my only talent to draw pictures, disdained and hated. My sister told me this later on. But apparently the reason she decided on the home birth was to check on the situation with me and my mom at home and carry out a rescue operation if necessary. After we made our escape, she patted me on the head and said, "I'm sorry it took so long, sis." I, being a big crybaby, couldn't handle the emotion and burst into tears on the spot. As for my mom, who got left behind all on her own, no longer able to afford the rent on the house, she had no choice but to go back to our hometown to live with her great aunt. Last I hear, she currently spends her days being worked like a dog on her aunt's farm for less than minimum wage. For someone who spent so long living rent-free off of the hard work and effort of others, it must be pretty stressful. Oh well, she's not my problem now. Thanks for watching, folks. We hope you enjoyed the video. Don't forget to help out the channel by liking and subscribing. Did you think Mom got what she deserved in this one?